Hey, what's up guys, it's probably my favorite YouTuber here. Now finally the Underpants TV show was dropped. I remember back in the early 2010s when it was announced that Underpants movie was being made and it was set for 2017 and I was like, wow, that's ages away. And I remember making a looking forward to list that like extended to like 2018. And the only thing that I had on 2018 was the Han Solo Star Wars movie, when I'm not really even that into Star Wars, but Star Wars just had all those movies. Now I could put the Marvel Cinematic Universe and DC Cinematic Universe movies in there. Well, not really, because they really have only 3 upcoming movies each with definite release dates. But anyway, so yeah, and now they released the Captain Underpants movie a while back. People have like put in the back of their minds it was a thing, it happened, it was good, there we go. And now there's a TV show so that we can remember the movie. Also, I just want to mention, I wanted to upload this video today. Well, I mean, it would be yesterday for you. I mean, assuming that I'm uploading this video tomorrow. Like, July 22nd is when I was planning to upload this video. But then, my video camera decided to just go utter garbage. Okay, look, I'll show you. Video camera and, like, I tried to turn on the light, but you see, there's this little hole in here is where my charger goes. And one day, I just decided, so yesterday, well, July 21st, I decided that I was going to film my Captain Underpants TV show review, but then I realized it was kind of low on battery, with 52 minutes left. And yeah, that is a lot, but really, kind of with this camera, sometimes it can drop from 30 minutes to nothing in, like, a very, short amount of time. And also, like, it's all like, and also, I don't like to have it incredibly low, because I don't want to, like, end up wasting my video camera, and then all of a sudden, it doesn't work. And this, my friend, is proof that that might happen, because I always want to, like, save my battery on there. So that I tried to charge it, and then at first, my charger went in fine, and it was glowing all red, and it was fine. This light up here glows red. And then I took it out just to double check my battery, and then it just won't freaking go in, because something is wrong deep down inside of it. And so many companies were saying, like, oh, sorry, we don't fix that kind of thing. And I was like, so then, like, I started to freak out because I only had 52 minutes of battery, and then I don't know what I was going to do. And then there was this, I made this video on my phone, which is 4 minutes long. I deleted it now, but, like, so this battery is what's on the back, and there was this universal charger, and we were going to order that online, and it was going to come by Tuesday. But so then that meant that I wouldn't have been able to upload my video till, like, Wednesday or Thursday, depending on how late in the day it came on that Tuesday. But anyway, so luckily I had it at Best Buy, so I just went there and got it. So now I can just remove the battery from the camera, put it onto the universal charger, and so yeah, so that happened, and I was just freaking out. But anyway, so yeah, so instead, I'm filming it on the day that I was gonna upload it. I just want to say, I'm sorry that my videos take so long to edit, because, like, Aquaman and Shazam trailer dropped, and I'm probably gonna make a video about that, but, like, so many of the super popular YouTubers just, like, upload it, like, either the same day or the next day. Like, I woke up this morning, and all the popular YouTubers were, like, pumping out the video. And I know that, like, it's their job, and, you know, they're probably, like, super hyper-focused on it, but, like, I feel so bad, because their editing is, like, beyond what I can do, well, I mean, some of them are. I mean, like, honestly, it's really down to my editing software. I mean, like, right now I'm working on just Windows Movie Maker, and even that I haven't really unlocked everything that I can do with that. But, so, I mean, probably one day that thing's gonna crash, and then I'm gonna have to get a new editing software. And honestly, Premiere, that's gone. I'm sorry, guys. I know that I told you that one day I'll do it, and maybe one day I will, but Premiere has just gone utter garbage. Because honestly, there was this one day when I woke up, and I was like, I think I know how Premiere works. So then I went onto my laptop, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna spend today teaching myself, and I opened Premiere, and it just wasn't opening. It just wasn't opening. So then, you know, like, months and months went by and it still wasn't opening, and then, you know, I just took it off of my computer. But maybe one day I'll get, like, some more advanced editing software that I can do more stuff with, and then maybe the super complex editing that the super popular YouTubers do may not seem so complex anymore. Maybe I'll be able to do them, or maybe they'll just be a little bit more complex than what I can do. I'm sorry, guys, I don't know why I'm spending so much time talking about this. Just, like, I know that, like, I just worry that so many people are thinking that my videos are just so cheaply made, and, you know, and I know that no one has actually said that, but just every single time that I think about my YouTube channel, I'm just surrounded by voices in my head that just go, "You're garbage. Everyone hates you. Your videos are garbage." But anyway, okay, I guess we should move on to the review, huh? Because this video is freaking 6 minutes, oh no, 4 minutes long. 4 minutes long, let's go. I want to mention how lovely it is that my frustration overload number 18, Unfair Mario. Why does my camera suddenly say that, like, The camera's too bright. But it was just called for cabaret. It's not taken down, but just, you know, not gonna play ads. But it's not like it was gonna play ads anyway. Is Tim Hortons, like, frozen lemonade supposed to be, like, pink? Like, this is, like, red. Like, I've had even redder than this. This isn't the best example. It's red. Hello, yes. New shirt again. Because it is the next day, July 23rd. Which means that this video is probably gonna be uploaded on July 24th now. Which is, like... I don't know, when did I originally... I don't even know. We'll blame it all on the battery problem. But anyway, so, Underpants TV show. So I was originally thinking... This is gonna suck. It's gonna be glare and stuff like that. I was originally thinking that, that I was gonna show you certain clips from the show. But then I was wondering, because I don't really know what the copyright rules for this is. So, instead, I'm just gonna be kind of filming my reaction to certain clips. And... yeah, so, because I also don't want people being like, oh, you basically just spoiled the whole plot. So, watch the episodes 1 to 3 for this show, and then come back, and you'll see my reaction to the first 3, and then you'll know what's going on through audio cues. So, here we go. One thing I did here is that this takes place after the movie, so, Mr. Crook is already Captain Underpants.
Meet George Beard and Harold Hutchins. George is the kid on the left with the tie and the flat top. Harold is the one on the right with the t-shirt and the bad haircut. Remember that now.
Bad attitude.
But we think of them as smart and sweet.
No
Why is Mr.
rules.
Beard
We
showing
stay
his
off
body
the
button?
dirt.
Smell your own stinky feet!
With this guy, school principal, Mr. Croc.
Jesus. Polka guys here. Didn't say Neil here in the book.
No!
So George and Harold make comic books. We're cool. Me too. But they had on me.
Okay, something I find odd is that the voice acting obviously is different, which is kind of hard, because, you know, like, with Home Alone, Superman 2, well, like, not Superman, number 2 Superman as well, when they change up the actors that take place at the same timeline, it's odd. And I'm gonna assume that it doesn't really matter, because I heard that Professor Underpants doesn't even appear in this season 1 at all. I guess this means that the movie isn't getting a sequel, but like I said, I don't think they were planning to make a sequel anyway, so at least we do have this.
The frenzied farts of flying flatless.
Starting off strong, I think.
P.E. is P.
Wait, they're gonna do this in... is each episode a chapter then, or is it each episode like an individual chapters? I guess we'll find out. Starting off like a movie trailer.
You're supposed to be in PE!
You're supposed to be in PE, physical education accent. I don't know, I took gym once and I never again.
Felt eel. My throat was hoarse. I was an elephant.
Felt eel?
That doesn't really. Yeah.
We apologize for the bad puns.
No
If you
problem.
like these seconds of your life back, stuff marshmallows in your mouth.
Why are they
Not
puppets?
marshmallows.
It's taking quite a long time to flip through the book, I'm assuming that they need some more time than runtime. They need a lot of runtime.
A water
That's an evil
or any
principle.
type of license of
Yeah,
the wheel.
You're on a website. You were on my website before, and that one about the Perplexus board.
Misdemeanor to gym.
Why does it say visits
Is there
422?
any possible thing we could possibly do to possibly get out of PE? Possible.
Chapter 2. No, there's not.
I feel like he should have been spitting out and be like, is there any possible thing that we could possibly do to possibly? Okay, so the stick figure wasn't lying. Mr. Meme actually does show his belly button. I hate people who show their belly buttons in their clothing. Well, I should say out of their clothing, because it's the absence of clothing that shows it.
You could repeat gym for up to 22 years.
22 years more? Or
I don't think you can be in elementary school for
I
22
don't think
years.
we can stay in elementary school for 22 years.
How did George say the exact same thing that I just did? Okay, this show, I'm not really sure what to think of this show so far, because it's obviously for kids. And I'm obviously older than a kid, but I can still appreciate it because I like the book, so...
I did. And no math. Okay, Eric.
The fact that you said 22 years meant that you used math. I mean, it's a pea like, they always eat your green vegetables, but if Melvin fell was so strong that he just had to tap it and then, like, the arrow went spinning, then how is he able to push his muscle thing? Maybe his muscle thing is really heavy, but he was able to push it at normal. I don't know.
Brunhilde was a couch.
I thought it was going to be an
in the
overweight
storage
student.
Since forever. Some say it contains the mummified bodies of the last 95 gym teachers going back some 400 years.
Ew.
Once your skinny guy named Flabby and he had a huge butt. He loved it.
I thought that was a...
Those are used for a lot. People with small butts are dumb and missing out. We're having luck.
There's no words on the comic book.
Yeah, and dumb. Even though Flabby was happy with his big butt, people made fun of him and they called him Flabby, Flabbyless. You like that name? And got t-shirts made, but nobody bought them. I mean, really mad. So he went around town.
I kind of moved on from humor like this, but it's nice to feel like a kid again.
Underwear store. And who was in it? Captain Underpants. Who could crush buildings with especially underwear stores. And Flabby said,
Who's narrating this? They're doing a good job of saying, oh, by the way, also, I apologize, if the camera keeps, like, changing text, but like I apologize if the camera keeps changing. It's just I'm constantly like checking it to make sure that the audio is okay and stuff like that. So sorry. In a what factory? Uranus. They don't really have big butts.
Misdemeanor came back with his leaky soup pot of soda.
Come drink soda from my leaky soup pot.
Soda. So he's jumping up and down. I like how it's like, because the books did this too, that wanted to show, like, this is what kids think that see the adults saying. They're like, when they're not really that angry. But also, so
You know those people who can't take a joke?
like that. Like, okay, so he was jumping up and down on his hat in anger, which was sitting in soda that he got on a massive leaky soup pot.
One school year, I can send you to a work farm where you milk goats.
This show's awesome.
Thinking this is school.
No, thinking this is school. I like that line for the movie too, where Professor Ruben is like, their tiny size reflect the tiny amount of consideration that people put into society's school education.
It's 29,000 miles and 196 flags.
Pretending you've learned things here. Do you want to be in more trouble? You're in more trouble.
Well, I've learned something, 196 flags and 29,000 miles around the... She still has the arrow in her head.
Look how mad I am. Well, look how mad I am.
Okay, there's a show called Wicked Science that I like, and there's a show called Wicked Science I like where two kids get bounced by a rock. I'm gonna probably review it at one point. I wonder what would happen if these guys got hit with a genius ray. Maybe they'd be able to tie their shoes. They need more runtime, I guess. He's jumping on the camera. Big mistake. Plot point. Why is he saying ah, jeez. He's gonna turn into Flabulous. Why is there a kettle? Is there even a kettle on that thing? If it's inside? I feel like they made a missed opportunity because they showed the same shot of Mr. Meter being like, yeah. I felt like they could have done that like 7 times. I'm eating a cookie now. It's okay to have desserts every now and then.
Don't overthink it.
Isn't this your first villain? Well, second, because the movie. They're puppets again. Doing the door chase. Anyone who worked on this show, this is amazing. I mean, like, it's not exactly my taste, but this is amazing. Like, honestly, like, everyone go watch this and give it 5-star rating. Because probably people are going to want a season 2, assuming that all the videos are as good as this. Marshmallow explosion. I think it would be cool if you did. We have an art room. Reference in the movie when kind of Underpants made an art room.
I know. Luckily, sound effects aren't that expensive.
Or are they?
Mr. Krupp actually was there, of course, trapped inside the big metal cabinet.
Oh yeah. Oh, I actually forgot that he was in the cabinet. He just killed a car. And yet, by jumping on it over and over again, he's not making any more damage than he did on the first jump. Oh. I like how it showed like the sound waves. It was oh, I'm sure he's gonna say. Does he have superpowers? Oh yeah, he in the toilet there. I like it was like whoa. That was my reaction when we were at like a festival or something, and there was a drone, and I thought it was like a massive walk, and I was like, whoa. This is actually pretty intense. I'm not gonna lie. She's the longest she was in the world. You see like Flabulous / Mr. Meter smashed on the person, but like went right into the road. Showing nuclear explosion. Jumped on the person and then they went right into the road. I wish I did something like with this flip around, like there could have been like some sort of interactive thing, like hit enter on your button to flip pages, but then it could have changed like playing a pause button in case if someone's play or pause button were broken, so they use enter instead. And then, I don't know what's going on. I guess it would be complicated, wouldn't it? Underpants was pulling on his underwear with the dog. Like, how did he set that up? Like, did the owner like bring in the dog? I like the turning down the smell on the television.
We're not strong enough for that.
Even if you were strong enough to catch him, catching him wouldn't do anything because you're essentially just you're just lifting the ground by a few feet. Like whatever you're holding your arm, like it's not the
like, it's not like them hitting the ground is what caused them to get hurt. It's like getting into impact. So you just catching them with their hands is essentially just lifting the floor by a few feet. And also like landing on the floor would have better surface area for each of your body rather than your hands. It wouldn't work out. Could you just tell them you gotta catch Cam Underpants? People know who that is, right? Is gonna land Cam Underpants. Any kids who have no idea what I think that was referencing, or really anyone who doesn't know what that was referencing, be glad that you don't. Whoa, that is big hard. I like how the show is criticizing itself, being like, this is an important plot point. Jessica having her heart is an important plot point. You're gonna catch him in a bird bath? Oh.
And of course, water turns Captain Underpants back into.
So they didn't even need to catch him. This is the hard trampoline, because I guess if it was like bouncing, then he wouldn't have gone as high as the first time. So maybe the hard had signed it. Then what was the point of the bird bath? Maybe the bounce had pushed him higher or same level.
What? You got the flags? You?
Yeah, of course, because around the world, by going in a circle around the world, means that you get all the countries, even the ones that you wouldn't get within that circle. And all the countries have a stupid pole with a flag. Whatever, it's not meant to be taken seriously. Didn't they say it was 166 flags?
29,000 miles and 196 flags.
Maybe I remember it wrong. That would hurt him, wouldn't it?
You can have your PE credits if you don't take a picture.
We already got our credits.
Well, you could still be nice.
Teamwork. You think they'll mind? It's a positive message. Hey guys!
Well, they got more on this episode and wait till the fourth.
Can I use the dryer thingy again? No!
It's not a dryer. Oh wait, that's the end. On to episode 2, Captain Underpants and the dreadful ... because the rest is cut off. I sounded flan. That's not what they put in the first one, right? I guess they might change it each time. Over on Super Special Mission Impossible Expedition. Again, Mission Impossible, I haven't seen that movie. I just feel like, I don't know. I've actually never seen Mission Impossible, but I'm assuming it's something like this. What flan is, and apparently it looks like some kind of cake. It's actually pretty good. I don't know why you'd be upset if you sat in it. I think it's because it's kind of a waste. But you could still eat it. I don't know. This whole show is weird. I was gonna say maybe I'm just weird, but this whole show is weird. I thought he was gonna say I have no idea what you're saying with your...
George Beard and Harold Hutchins. George is the kid on the right with the tie.
Oh, flipping out now. George is on the right.
So they don't have a permit for this work, so you never saw this.
Of course.
The dreadful debacle of DJ Drowsy Drawers.
I thought that said Dr. Diaper for a moment. I want to mention, I'm going to have to pause like every single time I want to talk, because otherwise I have to rewind it. Because there's a joke every single moment. Every single moment. But like, you stop for a second and you miss a joke. I guess it's not really necessary. They're not all the jokes are necessary. It's just like, you know, like, just to keep you entertained if you just don't say anything at all. But if you do talk, you are going to miss some jokes, but they aren't necessary. They're just for the people who are happening to watch at the same time so that they don't go in error without any jokes. They just can't stop making jokes. Also, that noisemaker, I don't see how it could create a wind effect and blow papers all over. And never mind, pull Mr. Crump's mouth back. I always find that gross. Also, I liked when Mr. Crump was going with the string and busted through the floor, which makes sense, because he does have superpowers.
Did you call me?
No.
She got the arrow out of her head. I got it back up now.
There's a bird on your car.
How would she know that? There's like no windows. I guess we never saw the fourth wall. You know, breaking the fourth wall when you acknowledge the audience, because the fourth wall is the camera wall. Like, this is the fourth wall of this room, so you have no idea if it's just a studio in here. But this is a cartoon. But maybe they still want to reveal the fourth wall, like in the Big Bang Theory. I like how he just has to slam his fist on the desk to pull down the string to move it up one more. Otherwise, because, you know, but then what if it was someone else?
And no toothbrushes, just like pirate hook hands.
Is this what kids like nowadays? I'm not going to judge because I hated it when parents tell me, kids nowadays are so gross, but...
We still gotta go to the dance.
Kids nowadays
So why were George and
Are you guys in line to watch the paint dry?
Noah! For the dance! DJ audition!
Anyone who didn't get the paint dry joke earlier when, well, it was still, I don't know. Like how they keep turning into puppets.
Get away with it! Damn!
I'm gonna take Malvin's word for it. Also, I like how he was like, next, and the Quack of the Duck from People in the Big Wide World. I should review that too.
Hold it, hold it, hold it!
Hold what? We haven't even started.
Hold it, fellas. I'm
Back to the Future reference.
George and Harold were right. Unfortunately, Shavasty is not a word.
James.
Darn you, Charles.
Oh.
Coach word pink.
You made me think I had new vocabulary. Shavasty. Who writes Shavasty is not a word? The shufla is not a word. Travesty should be a word. Of course, comic book. I like this because where did the z come from for being asleep?
Chapter 4, Snooze Control. The comic book was a hit with kids.
Oh yeah, I forgot they sell their
$3
books.
birthday check for next.
Also, with the comic book, I thought that it was like tra la 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 la. I didn't realize it was only 3 laws. It was tra la la. So 2 laws. So misanthrope, that's how misanthrope, that's how you pronounce it. I always used to wonder.
Fun leads to the robo-apocalypse. This chart proves it. See, if kids see colors, they have fun. Fun leads to joy, and joy leads to a rainbow unicorn stampede that transforms into a robot horde that enslaves us all.
Flawless logic.
Any questions? I didn't think so.
Misanthrope has 2 questions. I would just do this. It looks like I'm having a peace sign, but eventually the teacher goes, this means 2 questions.
Where's Miss
Like,
Bird?
I hate it when teachers do that. Like, any questions? And then people raise their hand and they're like, I'm upset now because there shouldn't be any questions. Well, then why'd you ask if there were questions?
Chapter 5, unnecessary getting ready montage.
My ears heard fun necessary getting montage.
Chapter 5.5, bonus unnecessary getting ready montage.
I heard it become fun necessary.
Dude, don't fall asleep.
Why'd only Harold get
And the
affected?
red tablecloth.
Oh, I didn't even notice these
Earlier
things.
in the scene, Mr. Crump changed it.
What was I listed earlier? So not gonna work on him? But then would I not work on him anyway, even at Mr. Crump? Because he already has the same... Oh, never mind, it does. Kylie, you went to bed the same way that you do.
I don't want to wake up at 5.
Good. No
The
fighting.
following scenes of sleepy violence will be shown in laser light showrama to make them less
Oh,
intense
this is
and
different.
more
Are
planetary.
they gonna change it up each time, or is this just a one? Oh, by the way, when I say only fight as a last resort, I mean literally only fight as a last resort. I once had someone leave a comment who said like, I tried to fight and like no, like I expect that you'll never have to fight. Just only fight if it's really the only way out. Of course, he had to dab. Captain Underpants had to dab in his sleep dancing thing because no one mentioned it.
Land punch is mostly water.
What? You kids are having fun?
So do these people know that Captain Underpants is Mr. Crump? Because
Where are my clothes?
George and Harold seemed hesitant on it before, and now maybe they just didn't. Maybe the writers, whatever. On to the next one.
George is the kid on the right with the tie and the
I guess
flat
we're sticking
top.
with the
Harold
right
is
and
the one
left
on the
now.
left with a t-shirt and the bad haircut. Remember that now.
Are they being chased by
And that's
bulls?
Hydra. But before we tell you
You guys say
that
bulldog.
story, we have to tell you this story.
So George and Harold,
Another reference.
instead of salt,
I watch
we use
Japanese
ice cream.
monster movies.
Cross will use ice cream. Sorry guys, that ship has sailed.
That looks disgusting, actually.
Calling it pizza cream.
Pizza cream.
Whoa.
Oh. Dang, Melvin, don't give them homework! I have 2 things to say. Okay, so Miss Ribble invented the G in the H grade, so which is like what she did in the 5th book. So they're referencing what happened in the 4th book, there being a moral in the 1st episode, and doing what happened in the 5th book in the 2nd. Oh, wait, no. Oh, this is the 3rd. No. So in the 5th episode, they'll be referencing the 6th book in some way. And so, like, thousands of words on a doorknob. They went back in time, stopped homework from being invented. And then they went back in, well, they actually failed the first time, and they went back in time again a few seconds, or minutes, whatever. And their past selves aren't there. And they put Melvin inside of the mummy thing. So is Melvin today born? And how is anyone really born? Like, that would change the timeline dramatically. Also, like, at the beginning of the episode, Miss Ribble assigned homework in 1 second. In 1 second. And more like half a second, because half a second later, Melvin's like, you've got to assign homework, and then Miss Ribble's like, oh yeah, right, thousands of words on this. Was that like the Flash, like, slowing down time or something?
Getting rid of homework, get rid of comics.
I'm not surprised, you could have stopped a bunch of people from being born.
No longer claims the release of comic joyamines, which are produced specifically by comic books.
So we got rid of comic books? Yeah. And if we want to bring back comics, we gotta... What? We gotta... Say it! We gotta bring back homework!
No, you can just invent comics. Oh wait, I guess people don't need the stress release, so that's the whole point. So just by seeing the door, Harold said it earlier, no one thought of homework. I don't think the homework was invented by a pharaoh. maybe on Wikipedia it says that, but I think it was just, you know, people weren't doing their work, so they're like, do it at home. Because at my school, the teachers don't really give homework except for assignments, but they say like any work that you don't complete in class you have to do for home. Captain Underpants isn't invented because there's no comic book, so there's no Superman, no Batman, no nothing. They still have 430. Well, of course, everything. I'm surprised that hasn't changed. The number. I guess they say everything changed except that. Or you could just go back in time.
Underpants origin story.
Hypno ring, give me that. Superpower juice, give me that. Look at this. Drink this.
Just like that.
You could just go back and now you're gonna.
Wow, that was good. So good.
But he doesn't know who Captain Underpants is. I thought the whole reason why he turned to Captain Underpants when they said, "Why snap your finger out to turn to Captain Underpants?" was because subconsciously he knew what Captain Underpants looked like. Workbookorama. Okay, I guess they are changing it every single time. I like that though. What I don't like is this time travel stuff being ridiculous. When Captain Underpants said, "Now I know why hot dogs hate buns," I thought he said hate butts. How is that camouflage? What Melvin has. He's just got a whole bunch of sticky notes or homework on him, whatever. George said pull themselves apart. My subtitle said pull apart. Like they'll pull apart. Really, I'm gonna cloudy with the chance of meatballs. I did that shoe thing. I couldn't take the shoes off. That freaked me out as a kid.
That was awesome. Yeah.
Oh, that was from the trailer, but I don't think they were in the cloudy chance of meatball, whatever.
Perhaps you need
So Melvin had regular glasses under his sunglasses?
So, we're officially the jerks who invented.
Technically, Miss Ribble invented homework.
It's our Ippypedia. Don't worry, we can just change it. But more importantly, we're the
You were the one who inspired Miss Ribble. And also, go back in time and have... Okay, well, that's the end. Okay, this video is super long. I'm gonna spend probably a lot of time editing it. But anyway, so, thank you all for watching this video. If you enjoyed, if you did, please like, so I know that you enjoyed. If you didn't like it, please leave a dislike, so I know that you did enjoy. Leave a comment down below if you liked how I feel asking motivation, encouragement. If you didn't like, please leave a comment below. Tell you why you didn't like, so that I can improve time for next time. Otherwise, I won't be able to improve. And just make sure you just like it before that. And subscribe so that you know when my next video comes out. Thanks again so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Also, this show is pretty great. Like, you know. I mean, like, obviously it's for kids, and probably only really kids would really like it, but it's great. Go check it out. Bye-bye.